Welcome to Hartford's Focus on Community. Today we have in the studio the new library director for the Jack Russell Memorial Library. Welcome, Vanessa.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. How long have you been on the job as director now?
A week and a half.
A week and a half, okay.
Yes.
And prior to coming to the city of Hartford for the directorship, where were you before in the library world?
So I started off my career in Mequon.
Okay.
I stayed there for a few years, and then I went to Menasha, and I was a teen librarian up there for 9 years.
Okay.
From Menasha, I went to be the director at the Slinger Library. From the directorship at the Slinger Library, I actually took a little break from libraries,
Okay.
and I worked at the Slinger High School as a front office secretary.
Okay.
It worked really good with our kids' schedules, but I missed libraries so much. So then I went back, and I was at the West Bend Library as the circulation manager. And then I saw the opportunity to come to Hartford, and I interviewed for the position.
Great. And the Jack Russell Memorial Library is a beautiful asset to our city. I mean, it has many offerings. And before we went on camera, I was talking to you about how when people would want to get a certain book and it's not at the City of Hartford Library, but it's at another library, what is that process of getting that book they would like?
So we have 4 counties that all exchange books. So we have Dodge, Washington, Ozaukee, and Sheboygan counties.
Okay.
We have vans that run routes daily except for Saturdays. And they drive books back and forth, videos, everything, so you can put a hold on something. If we don't have it, most of the other libraries do have it, and we can get it for you. Okay.
And talk about the Monarch book system. Am I right on that? I'm not really.
So Monarch is our system. So we have a library system that houses all of the libraries, and they help us with a lot of kind of over-the-top type of things. They have different marketing things that they put out to us that we can use. They have they run all of the director councils. They help with any sort of onboarding of a new director. They kind of do the higher up level stuff. They run the directors councils. They do a lot of the stuff with the state for us.
Okay. And inside the Jack Russell Library, there are a lot of activities happening.
There are.
Could you mention some of the activities? It's for adult and youth.
Yes. So we do have monthly adult movies, which have been a big hit. We have one at night and one during the day so that we can hit everyone, even if you have to work. We have a great Eclipse program coming up, which is a family event, so everyone can come to that. And then we, of course, have our baby story times, like our baby lap sit, and then we have our toddler story times. Those are weekly events that we have here. Actually, this week we're going to have a great, tonight, we're going to have a great event that's called like Reading Through Hartford. It's like a local event, and it's to promote the reading week that we're having right now.
Okay. I've also noticed that there's been crafting opportunities for children and adults.
Yes.
And that's exciting. I mean, someone has to be very creative to put those bags together, craft bags.
Yes, absolutely. So that's something that we can check out now. So we have youth and adult craft bags, and it is a great thing because a lot of our volunteers help get those bags ready, and that's something that's really important to us here at the Hartford Library is the volunteers and everything that they do for us.
So if any of our viewers that are watching this are considering volunteering at the library, how would they go about doing that? Who would they contact?
You can just walk up to the front desk, and they'll get you an application, and then someone will get back in touch with you.
Excellent. Another great asset to our library is we have an actual room called the History Room. Yes. And there are many artifacts in there, and there are many amounts of information in there. And what is the parameters of the History Room? There's certain times people can come. Should they call?
We do have certain times that it is open. It is not staffed completely. But yes, the best thing is to call. We have a person who is a designated library employee who does work some hours up in the room, as well as all, again, of the volunteers, and I can't remember her name.
Yes, so there are many volunteers in the History Room that have been there for some of them almost since the inception.
Yes.
And so Shirley Hess is one of them,
Yes.
and there are other people that volunteer in there. So when someone will come into the history room, they maybe want to do genealogy, right?
Yes.
So they can get out the name and get the files out and have people look through this, which is, you have that tangible paperwork right in front of you, which is incredible. Yes, the internet is great and it does all these searches, but the internet can crash or could become corrupt. But actually having articles or pieces of paper that have everything on the information of your family or where they lived, or maybe even a picture of the home. These are all kinds of things that they can be doing up in the history room, or looking at buildings. So maybe someone's looking to, buy a building here and they want to know what was there prior. And all of that has been recorded and kept, and it's pretty amazing space. Not every library has that.
Correct. I don't know many libraries that do have such an extensive collection that we have. And there's great little displays that are there, and I think it's a great asset to the library and to the community.
So again, you just started this position, and I could ask you, well, what do you see in the forefront of the library? And I don't know if you have any other ideas. It is a very well-used space.
Yes.
Very busy. Is there anything that could be added? I mean, there's so many activities.
I'm sure that there's stuff that we could be adding, and that's
Okay.
something I do want to look at into the future.
Okay.
I don't have anything specific that I want to, share
Sure.
right now, but I
Sure.
know that the library board is very excited to get some programs up and going. And,
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. And if any of our viewers want to meet you in person, you have your normal office hours at the library?
I do. I'm usually there 8 to 4:30.
Okay.
Except for Tuesdays, I work the nights on Tuesdays, so then it's 12 to 8.
Okay. All right, great. Well, I appreciate you coming in, Vanessa. I hope to have you back after you've kind of soaked yourself into the community here and the library itself, and just see what changes are coming. So hopefully in 6 months or so.
Okay.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
And to our viewers, as always, thank you for watching.